This is Pokemon Battle Revolution, a spin-off in everyone's favorite trading card game series disguised as JRPGs. The game takes place in a fictional theme park called PokeTopia that's solely built for battle challenges. Trainers come from all over the world to battle here, and that pretty much sums up the game. Because that's all you do in Battle Revolution is battle, and then battle some more. And, it's exactly what it says on the tin. It's a theme park for battling, and that's all there is to it. The game was built with compatibility for Diamond and Pearl in mind, but for those of us that would like to play the game as a standalone product, there are rental passes that can be used. Rental passes contain a set of 6 Pokemon that are predetermined, and further rental passes can be unlocked by progressing through the game's Colosseums, which are the main challenges. Pokemon can also be swapped between rental passes, which is what allows you to customize your team, presuming you do not have copies of Diamond or Pearl. The rental pass mechanic was highly criticized for being a bit of a downgrade from Pokemon Stadium and earlier games where you could play 3D Pokemon games on console, but I personally feel it's fine, and I like the limitation that comes with having a predetermined set of Pokemon. I feel it makes the game more challenging. And even though, because I used rental passes, none of the Pokemon in the playthrough were technically mine, I still grew rather attached to the Sneasel and Monferno I used for most fights. I assumed that other people playing with rental passes would have similar attachments to whatever setup they chose to use. Now onto the Colosseums, which is where most of the gameplay takes place. The game consists of 10 Colosseums, which you must complete and battle the leader of each Colosseum, and there are about 7 battles in each Colosseum. Around 4 of the Colosseums have unique trainers with unique character models that get their own special themes, but that's just something on the presentation side. They're not more special than any other trainers in any way. What is special is that in Battle Revolution, most of the Colosseums have some kind of gimmick to them, and this probably will determine whether you love or hate the game. Some of the gimmicks include trying to pick your Pokemon out of a roulette, best 3 out of 5 single battles, select battles where you have to pick from a predetermined set of 12 Pokemon to use, and, well, there's an overfocus on double battles in the game, to put it lightly. Personally, I was a fan of some of the gimmicks and not of others, as I imagine would be the case for most people playing this game. I can't rightly call any of the gimmicks bad, as the whole purpose of the gimmick is to limit your options and create challenge through that. Some of the gimmicks, like the round-robin style tournament gimmick and the traditional tournament style gimmick, are barely noticeable though. But considering this game is all about battling and all you do is battle, I think the gimmicks were intended to spice up the gameplay and make the game worth a purchase by itself. Although the game is entirely focused on battle, though, it does unfortunately still have the series' trademark stupid AI, which will make horrible decisions and only use moves in the way they're intended accidentally. The AI understands what type advantages are and all that, but the more technical moves they only seem to use completely by accident. The chances of the AI actually using a move like Fling or Pursuit properly, for example, that's just not going to happen. And something I personally preferred about a game entirely focused on Pokemon battles, but that might easily bother other people, is that all the Pokemon are level balanced, so that way they can easily take each other out in one hit if you use the right move. Now, I was never personally a fan of the whole exploring and catching Pokemon part of Pokemon. I was more into the battles because the battles reminded me a bit of card game strategy, and I thought that was interesting and fun. The similarities to card game strategy are even greater in Pokemon Battle Revolution in particular because of the overemphasis on double battles similar to Pokemon Colosseum. But in the end, I have no idea whether this game is good or bad, and it's hard to make any judgment call on it because it just is what it is. It's a series of Pokemon battles that lasts about 5 to 7 hours, and if you like that, then, well, there you go, that's what that is. And if you dislike that, then, well, there you go, that's what that is. That's really all there is to the game. It's a bunch of Pokemon battles with some gimmicks to spruce things up, and I personally enjoyed it quite a bit. I don't understand the disdain for it, but I do understand why a lot of people would dislike it and consider it a downgrade. The game has too much love and care put into it for me to consider it a cash grab, but a lot of people seem to consider it that way. I don't know, it just seems like it was meant for people that like Pokemon battles and only Pokemon battles, such as me. And I'm not going to sit here and explain to you how Pokemon battles work, so that about wraps things up. It is what it is.